reflexive constructions. So it says reflexive verbs are used in reflexive constructions, which consist of a verb and a reflexive pronoun that indicates the same person or thing as the subject of the verb. A verb is reflexive if the action the subject does is directed back to the subject. So in other words, what I had said before about how reflexive are when your subject receives the action. The first example they gave us is nos duchamos por la mañana, which is we shower in the morning. Siempre te miras al espejo. You always look at yourself in the mirror. So the first example literally says we shower ourselves. The ending in the present tense form duchamos indicates the person nosotros as subject, as does the reflexive pronoun nos preceding the verb. The same is true for the second example in the person tú, indicated by the ending as and miras, and the reflexive pronoun te. The object of the action, in other words, the subject and the object receiving the action, are the same. Me afeito todos los días. I shave, and meaning I shave myself every day. Obviously, in English, we don't say myself because that's pretty much understood when we say I shave. Okay? In the previous example, the person yo does the action, afieto. The subject yo receives the action, so the pronoun me indicates the subject, i.e. the receiver of the action. Reflexive verbs in English are not quite as common as in Spanish. However, one use of reflexive pronouns in English is indeed equivalent to the reflexive pronouns in Spanish. Leo se defendió. Leo defends himself. Okay. Let's go down to here. We have reflexive verbs and pronouns. To conjugate a reflexive verb, use the corresponding reflexive pronoun. Use the following model to form reflexive verbs in the present tense. So we have bañar, and then we have se at the end, which means it's reflexive. So bañarse, which means to take a bath or to bathe. For yo or I, you say me baño. Me is going to be your pronoun, and o is going to be your conjugation ending, me baño. For tú or the informal you, it's te bañas, right? And then for usted, so the formal you, él, ella, it's se baña. For nosotros or we, it's nos bañamos. And then remember, we skip the next one because that's vosotros, and that's what's used in Spain, and we don't use that one. So then we have the next one, which is for ellos or ellas, which is they, and ustedes, which is you all or y'all, and it is se bañan. So if you'll notice, it's exactly the same as the he, she, and the formal you. So really, you only have 4 pronouns that you need to memorize for reflexives. So me, te, se, and nos. And you should already know your present tense endings. And of course, they'll follow whatever the verb is. So if it ends in AR, it's just like this. If it ends in ER or IR, then you'll use the appropriate one that we learned back in lesson 1 or chapter 1. Let's see. And then here are some commonly used regular reflexive verbs. So we have afeitarse, which is to shave, cepillarse, to brush, desayunarse, to have breakfast, ducharse, to shower, mirarse, to look at oneself, ponerse, to put on, so in other words, jewelry or clothes, quitarse is to take off, again, jewelry or clothes, secarse is to dry oneself or to dry off. Now this is literally just to dry, like thinking of like a person. You're not necessarily going to think of like laundry or a towel or something like that. All right. Ejercicio 8.1. And I'll do that in the next recording.